And the big story that Times Now has been tracking, the Tamil Nadu government has been under severe scrutiny after a terror attack rocked the state just hours before Diwali. After being accused of intelligence failure and alleged attempt to shield the perpetrators, today the Stalin government finally handed over the probe into the Coimbatore terror attack to the NIA. In its first reaction, the CM's office convened a meeting of top bureaucrats and cops and said that the role of ISIS or other international terror outfits to the case cannot be ruled out. In addition to that, the government also promised new police stations in the district and an entirely new police wing, CCTV cameras in public places to avoid such incidents in the future, and protection also to be given to informants. Now, despite the measures taken, the government has been accused of dragging its feet for political considerations. During the probe, for example, several lapses on part of the state police and intelligence agencies have been pointed out. Many have questioned, could this terror attack have been avoided? Was it sheer luck that a car blew up and caused only one casualty? Mubin, for example, the 25-year-old who was at the center of the terror plot and was blown up while driving his car, had been on a terror watch list since the 2019 April, but he was still not kept under surveillance. The state BJP chief, K Annamalai, wrote earlier this year to the chief minister of the state about growing attacks on his party office and radicalization among youth in the state. But not much was done despite that warning. The most shocking lapse is about how Mubin and his associates were allowed to meet and plan the attack, even stockpiling over 50 kgs of explosives, and strangely, no one smelt a rat.
The government has to be appreciated for the alacrity at which it acted and prevented a major mishap that would have occurred. Immediately after this incident, DGP himself, along with the other senior officials of the Tamil Nadu government, visited the spot, travelling by car. Immediately after that, there was a meeting conducted by the Honorable Chief Minister. In this meeting, it was decided that this case would be recommended for a national investigative agency. There were about, in the last 2 years of AADMK regime, there were 16 instances of police firing. Under this present DMK regime, there are 0 instances. So this government is very, very serious about law and order.
I should only say better later than never. It has been over 72 hours since this incident has taken place. It is an intelligence failure of the state in the sense that even after NIA had questioned these people in 2019, especially after 20 petrol bombing incidents have happened across the state after the PFI ban, the state intelligence and the police department did not keep a tab on such people on whom suspicion was always been there.
All right, joining us on the show is the chief of the BJP in Tamil Nadu, Mr. K Annamalai. Thanks very much for speaking to us. The government of Tamil Nadu has handed over the Coimbatore blast probe now to the NIA, yet the BJP doesn't seem to be satisfied. Why is that?
Madam, namaste. It is not this issue per se, madam. We are more worried about the pattern of attacks in Tamil Nadu in the last 16 months after DMK has come to power. And many times you have to fight for a girl suicide case, transfer it to CBI for suspicion of religious conversion. And now for 48 hours, such a magnitude case, you chose to call it as a cylinder blast. You make the DGP to give a press meet a cylinder blast. We are more worried about the mindset of the government. When the mindset of the government is encouraging the anti-national forces to thrive in the state, after a pressure, they could have given it to NIMM. We are more worried about the larger issues of the state. 48 hours you are denying, you are stonewalling, you are making our very good police officers not to talk about this case. You picked up explosives more than 50 kg. You never put it on record for 12 hours. Even the Tamil Nadu BJP has to force the local police to book a UAP act, as simple as a UAP act. And the police for 48 hours calling it as an issue of 1%, when there are 19 people. As of now, the media reports say, it is a big module of 19 people. So that is why we are thoroughly unsatisfied with the government, especially its handling of internal law and order security.
But when you say that for 24 hours it was hushed up, are you trying to insinuate that somehow the DMK government is trying to give cover fire or cover up for the ISIS? Because that's a very grave charge.
Ma'am, I am not bringing the word ISIS DMK government now. For 48 hours when they try to hush up, very clearly we know the DMK style of politics over a point of time. And when Coimbatore blast in 1998 happened, which is 24 years before, when more than 60 people died, innocent people, it all had remnants of the same nature now. A car, a suicide bomb, multiple attacks, one bomb blast, second time when people rushed to that area to take people out, the second bomb was timed in such a way. So it was a bigger module. So all we are trying to say, madam, that DMK by its very nature is into appeasement minority politics. Yesterday also BJP Tamil Nadu, we appreciated the Muslim leaders of Coimbatore for pacifying, for not allowing people to get a burial immediately. We appreciate it because they are our brothers in Tamil Nadu. But what DMK is doing, continuous minority appeasement, they do not want a certain name to come out, certain way to come out, certain word to come out. That is why in the last 16 months we are facing one issue after the other.
But here's the thing, it's not as if the ISIS is any new phenomenon in Tamil Nadu, because Mubin himself, the man who died, in whose car the explosives were being taken, in 2019 he had also been quizzed by the NIA, and the police's argument is that he was let off. So it's not as if he was a declared terrorist. He was quizzed by a central agency and he was let off by a central agency at that time. So how can you accuse the state government of intelligence failure?
Ma'am, to appreciate your question and to further answer it, 2019 when this Mubin was picked up, because he was radicalized youth, not because he was part of the Easter bombing attack like Mohammed Azharuddin, who was also picked up from Coimbatore. The NIA has flagged off, we were told by the media reports like eminent journalists like you from yesterday, the NIA can flag off radicalized youth after talking. It is for the state intelligence to monitor, to keep them in the radar. As of now, Tamil Nadu, we have one specific branch called counter-terrorism branch and the Q branch. Very specifically, it does surveillance on thousands of people. LTT links, fundamentalist link, terror link. When you mount a surveillance also on the same person for the last 3 years, you allow 19 people to plan, you allow more than 75 kg of explosive to come to his home, and in a very sensitive part of Coimbatore, very sensitive, that is a very sensitive part of Coimbatore. When last time also when the bomb blast happened, the many points were pointed at that side, especially in that small little area where a lot of radicalized youth live. When that place has got a history, the car originated from that place. How can we buy the local intelligence police argument? No, sorry, NIA picked up, they left it. That it is your duty to monitor the surveillance, ma'am. What was the police doing?
Now also what is of could be of particular worry, of course this is a very sensitive area. Coimbatore by its very nature has seen terror acts in the past, and Mubin's car blew up very, very close to a temple. And it happened just before Diwali, 2 days before Diwali. Do you think that this may have been an attempt to target Hindus in particular and try and create communal disharmony in general?
Ma'am, the vehicle got stopped outside the Kotai Ishwaran temple at 4 o'clock in the morning. There was nobody inside the temple, ma'am. I think we are given to understand that they want to target a very big shopping area inside the city. And that is why he wanted to go early, because they want to avoid the police checkpost. The police normally comes for security a day before Diwali at 9 a.m., 8:30 a.m. So they wanted to go there. But the speed breaker before the temple, when the vehicle ran over it, as per the police version, the LPG cylinder got detached and the vehicle stopped. And that is the story they tell. I don't know whether it is true or not, ma'am. But looking at the module and the intensity and the ambitions they had, their thing was not to target a temple at 4 in the morning. It is possibly to do a larger attack of a congregated place at maybe early morning at 10, 11 o'clock, so that the number of people who die is high. Because this is exactly that happened in 1998. You went at the time when the people's footfall is highest. You targeted a big shopping mall in Coimbatore first. Then 30 minutes later, when people are there to help the first blast, you timed the second blast, which is very nearby. So they are telltale signs of a very professional operation. This also points to the fact, because the accused also changed his WhatsApp status, madam. The WhatsApp status was clearly telling the accused WhatsApp status, after I die, please come for my funeral. If this is not a classic case of suicide bomber, I don't know what exactly the Tamil Nadu police and the government would call a suicide bomber.
And he did it 2 days before the actual attack took place, or before he died. So that's why you are suggesting that there was an intelligence failure. Also, you've been very categorical, questioning the silence of the chief minister. What are you trying to insinuate? That he is scared to speak up against the ISIS, or that he does not know what's happening in his state? Why are you targeting the chief minister and him not making a statement over the last 4 days?
Ma'am, our chief minister generally jumps the gun and gives statements. When something happens in Bengal between governor and CM, within 5 minutes CM will give a statement. When there is no Hindi kind of imposition somewhere, immediately he will jump the gun. But this case, it is very surprising. 48 hours, now we are into the 72nd hour, still not even a single word from the CM, madam. And importantly, the DMK party functionaries, spokespersons refusing to come and talk. From yesterday, nobody comes out, nobody responds to our allegation, everybody is keeping quiet because we have severe suspicion that the police were pressurized to convert that into a cylinder blast. I don't know who pressurized, the NIA has to find that also. Our humble appeal is not only should the NIA find out the accused, the NIA should also find out the first 48 hours of investigation. Was it proper? Was it properly done as per the book? So the CM keeping quiet is not surprising actually for us because it doesn't use certain words. Because for him it is vote bank politics. He believes if he says so, he will lose the trust of a certain segment. That is unfortunate. That is how the CM is doing for the last 16 months. In fact, the office in which I am sitting and talking to you, madam, now, this office was bombed 5 months before. 5 months before. The state police have simply said that fellow is a mental who came to BJP office through a bomb and went there. In the last 1 month after the PFI got banned, 32 places belonging to Tamil Nadu BJP functionaries or our office got bombed. 32 places. So do you imagine, madam? We have to write a letter to Amit Shah ji, Honorable Home Minister, pressurize the government. Then only the NSA was booked, the National Security Act was booked, like a Gunda Act, after 15 days. Very unfortunate we are living in Tamil Nadu at this point of time.
You're talking about the PFI ban and now these attacks happening. Are you suggesting that the PFI cadre after the ban are in some way gravitating towards the ISIS or there is some linkages there?
I don't know, madam. For some time back, I was a police officer. Now I am a humble farmer. I really don't know what is happening with the security thing. But one thing with a commonsensical viewpoint, I can tell, madam, that the youth have got radicalized in our state. 3 months before, the central agencies have picked up a youth from Erode. You never see a polarization or a communal tension in Erode, which is the heart of Kongu. Because this guy was planning in a telegram channel for doing a Paris-style truck attack on a Ganapati procession. Luckily, the central agencies picked him up when he purchased the truck. But this news never came out. Yesterday, we said in the press conference, because we didn't want to panic people for the last 3 months. So these are happening in our state, ma'am. Here, there, somebody picking up in Salem, some module operating in Ramanathapuram, all those we read in the paper. But seeing a larger design, we are also very shocked, ma'am. So after the PFI ban, I don't know whether there is a direct link. It is for the NIA to probe and find out, madam.
All right, we'll wait for that investigation to conclude, but very serious situation in Tamil Nadu for someone like a Mubin to die and more people being picked up. What has to be established is how deep does the rot go and how far the network extends. Thanks very much, Mr. Annamalai, for having us.
Thank you.